Yes, we are seeing two graphs. This indicates the variation of viscosity with respect to the temperature. See, for these gases, as the temperature is increasing, viscosity is also increasing. And this is for liquids. Liquids, as the temperature increases, viscosity is also decreasing. This is the information. Okay, next, types of fluids: ideal fluid, real fluid, Newtonian fluid, non-Newtonian fluid, and ideal plastic fluid. Ideal fluid, real fluid, Newtonian fluid, non-Newtonian fluid, and ideal plastic fluid. One by one, we will discuss it. Okay. Okay. Previous slide. What is meant by ideal fluid? Ideal fluid is nothing but the fluid which is viscousness and incompressible. Understand? That is called as a ideal fluid. But all the fluids will have their viscosity more or less values, but they will have viscosity. So there is no ideal fluid in the world. Understand what we can say? The ideal fluid is a theoretical concept by which we can compare the behavior of the real fluids. And what is meant by real fluid? The fluid which will have the viscosity, called as the real fluid. And Newtonian fluid. What is meant by Newtonian fluid? Newtonian fluid is nothing but the fluid which obeys the Newton's law of viscosity. Or Newtonian fluid is the fluid whose shear stress is directly proportional to the rate of shear strain. That is the thing. Then what about non-Newtonian fluid? Non-Newtonian fluid is nothing but the fluid whose shear stress is not directly proportional to the rate of shear strain. That means the fluid which cannot satisfy the statement of Newton law of viscosity. We can say that as a we can say that as a non-Newtonian fluid. Okay, and ideal plastic fluid. Ideal plastic fluid is nothing but a fluid whose shear stress is more than yield value. Whose shear stress is more than yield value, and shear stress is directly proportional to the rate of shear strain. That the type of fluid is called as ideal and plastic fluid. You can see the graphical representation. See, Newtonian fluid. Newtonian fluid has a linear variation. Linear variation. This is the shear thickening, means shear stress is very much. Understand? Shear stress is less. That is called, it is called as a shear thinning. Bingham plastic or ideal plastic. Shear stress is more than yield value. Understand? Shear stress is more than yield value. That is why this point is slightly above the origin, and shear stress is directly proportional to the shear strain. That is why we are calling it as a ideal, but it is a plastic fluid. Understand? Newtonian fluid is there. It is having uh, it is having proportional relationship or linear variation with respect to the shear stress and velocity gradient. And come for the application of the viscosity: transparent and storing facilities for fluids, that is the pipes, tanks. Okay, we can if you use a very glass tubes, understand, or any other visible pipes through which we can identify what type of fluid is flowing through that. We can say, so it's a fluid is sticking, understand. Bitumen used for road construction. Designing designing the sewer line or any other pipe flow, viscosity play an important role in finding out its flow behavior. Drilling for oil and gas requires sensitive viscosity to maintain the performance of machine and automobiles by determining the thickness of the lubricating oil or motor oil. Next come for the next property, surface tension. Surface tension. Oh, what is meant by general tension? Tension is nothing but a force. Okay. Surface tension is a contractive tendency. Contractive tendency of the surface of a fluid that allows it to resist an external force. Surface tension is an important property that markedly influences the ecosystems. Understand? Because of the surface tension, a small bug is walking on the water. Okay, walking on the water. It cannot sink down. If we cannot walk as a human beings or a cattle or animal cannot walk in the water. Understand? But for such particular bugs, they can walk. Okay, elaborately we can understand in next slide. A molecule in the interior of a liquid is under attractive force in all direction. Okay, see this graph. A unit of liquid we are taken and we are considering certain molecules. Certain molecules. Okay. Hello. What's happening? And voice. See here, we are taking one unit of fluid. Okay. In this, we considering certain molecules. Observe this molecule. This molecule is having the attractive force in all direction. A single molecule is having attractive forces in all directions. However, a molecule at surface of a liquid is acted on by a net inward cohesive forces that is perpendicular to the surface. Understand? These cohesive forces are represented in to and fro arrow marks. That means this molecule is experiencing cohesive force from this molecule, and as well as this molecule is experiencing cohesive force from this molecule. That is why we represented outline and inward arrow marks. Hence, it requires work to move molecules to the surface against this opposing force, and surface molecules have more energy than interior one. The surface molecules. This is the inside molecules. The surface molecules will have the requires work to move molecules to surface against this opposing force, and surface molecules have more energy than interior ones. This outline, the molecules which has on the surface will have more energy than the inside one. Higher forces of attraction at surface creates a stretched membrane effect. Okay, the surface will act as a membrane. Next scene we can understand. Surface tension is nothing but the force resulting from molecular attraction at a liquid surface. What type of force it is? Cohesive force. Understand? Surface tension is a force resulting from the molecular attraction at a liquid surface. This is represents with sigma s. Fs cohesive force is equal to surface tension into length of the membrane sigma f into L. So sigma s is equal to F by L. So indirectly what we can say, surface tension is nothing but the force acting upon a unit length of a molecular body is called as surface tension. Okay, but that surface will act as a membrane. That is the thing we have to understand. Okay, forces are different types. Understand? So many forces, so many types of forces are we have been discussing right from our last semester. Okay, and what is the application of this surface tension? Why the shape of a dew, honey dew, or a droplet or a rain droplet is in a circular shape? Because of the surface tension only. Okay, next slide. Simple exercise is there. Estimate the difference in pressure between inside and outside of a bubble of 20 degrees centigrade water. The air bubble is 0.3 mm in diameter. Gas constant sigma given. Okay, P is equal to sigma by R. Okay, P is equal to 970 Pascal. Understand? If you simplify it, P is equal to 2 sigma by R. Universal gas constant R value given, not universal gas constant R given, and surface tension given. So he is by this we can calculate pressure P. Hmm? P is equal to specific weight into H. So H is equal to uh, P by gamma. 974 by 9806. We will get 0.1 mm of water. That is the diameter of the bubble of the water. In next slide we can see application of the surface tension. A water strider can walk on the water. Some tent, some tent are made impermeable of the rain, but they are not really impermeable. But if water is placed on it, then the water does not pass through the fine small pores of the tent cover, but as we touch the cover while water is on it, you can break the surface tension and water passes through the holes. Okay. Uh, and next one, capillarity action. Capillarity action. What is meant by capillarity action? The rises or ups of water in a thin tube is called as a capillary action. How the trees are pump the water from the bottom of the roots to the top of the tree because of this property capillary action. Okay. Capillary action is the result of cohesion and adhesion. A liquid that adheres to the material that makes up a tube will be drawn inside cohesive forces between the molecules of the liquid will connect. The molecules that are not in direct contact with the inside of the tube. In this way, liquids can crawl or flow up a tube in a pseudo weightless environment like in the space shuttle. The weightless fluid could crawl right out of its container. Okay, we are seeing two graphs which indicates capillarity rise. This is the capillarity rise and this is the capillarity depression. Okay. Capillary action is the ability of fluid to flow in a narrow spaces without the assistance of and in opposition or to external forces like gravity. So this is a water level. Understand? If you dip a glass into a water mass, the water will rises up into the glass. So this rise of water level is called a capillarity. So another meter. This is the water and this is the mercury. Understand? A, a glass tube of diameter d is dipped into this mercury. So what happened? This mercury level is falling from this level to this level. Okay, this is nothing but capillarity depression. Okay, here capillarity rise and here capillarity decrease. These are the two important phenomena because water and mercury, these are two different substances. Differences between adhesive forces and cohesive forces. The force the force of attraction between unlike charges in the atoms or molecules of substances are responsible for cohesion and adhesion. Cohesion is the clinging together of molecules or atoms within a substance. Ever wonder why rain falls in a drop rather than individual water molecules? Okay, it's because of water molecules clings together to form the droplets because of this force. Okay, adhesion is a clinging together of molecules or atoms of two different substances. Cohesive tape gets its name from adhesion uh, between the tape and other objects. Adhesive tapes. Okay, this is nothing but it is an attraction or a sticking nature, adhering nature. Okay, and other objects. Water molecules cling to many other materials besides clinging to themselves. These are the two important properties: cohesion and adhesion. Capillarity effect. You see, H is the height of the capillary rise or depression. Sigma is the surface tension. Theta is the wetting angle. Theta is the wetting angle. Understand? G is the specific weight. R is the radius of the tube. If the tube is clean, theta is 0 for water. Tube is clean, theta is the 0 for water. Okay. F minus minus W is equal to 0. So this is nothing but 2 pi r sigma cos theta. R 2r is nothing but d. Pi d sigma cos theta. This is equal to pi r square h lambda. Understand? H is equal to sigma cos theta by hr. By this we can find out this capillary rise or capillary depression. Application of the capillary action. Capillary action is found in a thermometer where the fluid used in automatically rises when comes in contact with the higher temperature or falls down with the lower one. Capillary action can be performed to transfer fluid from one vessel to another on its own. Vapor pressure, very important. Vapor pressure is the pressure at which liquid will boil. The pressure at which liquid will boil is called vapor pressure. Vapor pressure is increases when temperature increases. At atmospheric pressure, water at 100 degrees centigrade will boil. Water can boil at lower temperatures if the pressure is lower. Pressure is lower. When vapor pressure is greater than the liquid's actual pressure, it will boil. Okay. When vapor pressure is greater than liquid's actual pressure, it will also boil. Very important thing. And cavitation is a phenomena of formation of vapor bubbles of a flowing liquid in a region where the pressure of the liquid falls below the vapor pressure and sudden collapsing of these vapor bubbles in a region of higher pressure. Because of this collision, a severe pressure rise will take places and it will hit the surfaces. So because of this heating, it will happen a small cavities will be formed. Understand? Okay. It will that the pressure wave will also removes certain material from the surface and the formation of cavity will take places. The formation of cavity is taking places by this action. That is why we are calling it as a cavitation. Okay, very important. Cavitation is unwanted phenomena. That is why we have to use anti-cavitation agents. We have that have to be mixed with the liquids. Understand? Okay, these are the things. Whatever we discussed in this session is entirely the basic properties of the fluid. In the next class, we will meet you again. Thank you. You can leave.
Hello, sir.
Ah,
So, ఈ
yes,
టైమింగ్స్ పెట్టండి సార్ ఆన్లైన్ క్లాసెస్కి. ఇప్పుడు ఎలా అంటే అలా తీసుకుంటున్నారు కదా,
ఏంటమ్మా
ఒక టైమింగ్ ప్రకారం పెట్టండి సార్ క్లాసెస్కి అంటున్నాను సార్.
ఇక్కడ ఓకే మా టైమింగ్ ప్రకారం కరెక్ట్ కానీ ఒక 2-3 డేస్లో సిస్టమ్స్ అన్నీ రెడీ అవుతాయి మనకి. ఓకే దానివల్ల అనమాట టైమింగ్ ప్రకారం ఏంటంటే మనకు ఒక సిస్టమ్ వస్తే దాని ప్రకారం వెళ్ళిపోతుంది అనమాట. మనకి కాలేజ్ మొత్తంలో ఇప్పుడు కొన్ని సిస్టమ్స్ రెడీగా ఉన్నాయి. మిగతా ఎంసెట్కి కొన్ని ఎగ్జామ్స్కి పక్కన పెట్టేస్తారనమాట. ఎవరు డిస్టర్బ్ చేయకూడదా కాబట్టి ఒక ఓన్లీ 2 సిస్టమ్సే మనకి 3 సిస్టమ్స్ అవైలబుల్గా ఉన్నాయి అనమాట. ఎప్పుడు టైం దొరికితే వాళ్ళు పోయి కూర్చొని షెడ్యూల్ చేసేసుకొని క్లాస్ చెప్తా ఉన్నారు. అదే విషయం. ఓకే ఒక 2-3 డేస్లో ఇదంతా సాల్వ్ అయిపోతుంది ప్రాబ్లం. ఓకేమ్మా
సరే సార్.
రైట్.